Yo, welcome back. I'm still trying to figure this out, guys. Still trying to figure it out. I'm not really sure what happened, to be honest. Like, it just died, and like, my shit is like fucking like really behind. So I don't even know what's going on. It doesn't even show up on my I'm not really sure. Whatever. But yeah, we're gonna continue this video. I don't know what happened, man. I'm back.
I used to be more,
I'm still trying to figure this out. I have no idea what the fuck happened.
I'm ugly.
I want to say it's my internet, but like my internet didn't disconnect, you know. So I gotta like watch more videos and shit.
When TikTok started blowing up, one of my videos blew up, and I was just like, "Hey, they don't hate me," and I was just like, "Oh, okay, the confidence, it's coming in."
And I get 100 notifications a day from my best friend saying, "I found this new."
Yeah, I'm gonna drop an OnlyFans one day. I feel like I gotta do that because like Amaranth, Pokimane, you know, they're all like, well, Pokimane doesn't have one, but like they're all making all that money, man. And so I might have to cash in. Might have to sell some feet pics or something, you know, some. Gotta rake in the dough.
Occasionally, and I love the video because it's funny, it's short, and it like matches my personality. But it makes me really upset when like I FaceTime with my friend and she's scrolling through TikTok. It's really scary to see my friends
getting lag?
disconnect with
Dude,
me.
it's like
connect with these people they've never met.
What do you think is the misconception?
I'm gonna look on the phone, bro.
That we're narcs and that we kind of hate social media like parents hate social media. I don't think they really know our stories and know why exactly we don't want to exist on the platforms in the way that they are.
I've had hurtful things posted about me, and the thing about the internet, it's there forever, and it's not like a word that was just said to me on the.
The thing about the internet is that it's there forever. What? I've never heard that expression before in my entire. Oh my god. What? You're telling me? For the first time, man. Like. It's not like I haven't heard that fucking expression for my entire life.
Playground, it's something that's out there and other people can see.
No matter what you're in the mood for, with the all-new Royal Crispy Chicken
Burger
lineup
King.
at Burger King, you can't go wrong.
What's good,
Classic,
crispy boy? I'm
cheese,
chilling, man.
Social media makes you antisocial.
There can be communities found within social media, but my personal experience with it, and from a lot of stories that I've heard through Log Off, is that a lot of kids have lost.
Turn your device off? What does that mean?
And I think that that constant mindless scrolling allows you to kind of go into this bubble and just hunker down and to not really talk with people.
I know a bunch of kids that like don't know how to communicate outside of like an emoji or like outside of like a picture, or like only have one picture face, and like will repeatedly take the same, like we'll stop everyone in the friend group to pick a wall. And
I have YouTube Premium, but like I want to do this in incognito because I got like a lot of like tabs and shit I don't want to delete. So, you know, I also don't want y'all seeing some shit, bro. You know, like I feel like I don't have that much to hide, but like I feel like if I don't do incognito, some weird shit's gonna happen. I don't know what would happen, but I feel like I'm gonna get exposed somehow, and I don't want that. So I'm just doing the safe option.
100 photos and stand there and wait. Be like, no, take one more.
I definitely like would base like entire friend groups to hang out and just take pictures. Like we wouldn't communicate, it would just be pictures just to post on Instagram. And then I would find myself that like we didn't even connect when we were hanging out. It wasn't quality time because I feel like, oh, I have to get that perfect photo of all of us looking like we're having fun. Even if we're not, I just need to get that so I can post it.
After a while, you feel the pressure and everything. People start being people, and they're just empty profile pictures. People will come to me, and they won't know my name. They'll go by my screen name. And then I'm just like, am I human?
Dude, this is like such sensitive bitch shit. Who cares? They're not calling me by my real name. They're calling me by my social media. Who cares, bitch? Oh my god, I want to say the N-word right now, dude. I'm that fucking mad. I feel like if I do that, though, like, Susan's just gonna nuke me from orbit and, like, you know, nuke my channel. But, like, this is, like, such sensitive bitch shit. They're calling me by my social media name. They only know me by my anime avatar. Who the fuck cares, dude? Oh my, like, this is like imagine caring about it. This is such a first world problem. Really.
I like to ask questions.
Thank you.
in
I am
comments and
cool.
ask,
Thank you,
where'd
Ozzy.
get that? Or, you know, like, what hair dye did you use? Or something like that, because I think it's a lot more engaging. Or I like to, sometimes I'll make my posts, I'll make it a question, like the caption. I like to interact with like a lot of my followers through comments because I'm uncomfortable, you know, messaging them personally. It's good to like interact with the people that support you.
But what would you say to like bigger influencers like Kylie Jenner or like Kim Kardashian that can't have that interaction via the comments?
Yeah, and then Alex, some people just don't even reply to you. They'll just double tap, like the message.
Going off what you said about like making real humans.
This is like the most sensitive group of people I've ever seen in my life. It's like I couldn't imagine giving a fuck about any of these problems. Like it feels like a 2006 documentary about like why social media is corrupting the youth. But like we're in 2022. Are we really talking about like cyberbullying and like I feel disconnected from the real world? Then go spend more time in the real world. It's like you have freedom of choice, bro.
Connection. Have you ever like looked into like social media accounts that like promote that?
So
'Cause I
far,
don't know if you
the
guys
stream
know,
has
we're
not
really
shut down.
strangers. If you guys know the
Knock
game,
on wood.
like, you know,
Knock on wood,
So it's
bro.
basically a card game where you have perception, analysis, and then reflection, and then you just have conversation like, or how are you really, or you know, if how like what would you name the chapter of this in your life, and then boom, we're in a 20-minute conversation that like she feels really low and she's trying to change, and then you know, and I would have never thought that if this social media account didn't push me or didn't encourage me to have deeper conversations.
Yeah, these guys will not survive World War III at all. If World War III ever happened, we're fucked, by the way. I feel like China would rock our shit. Because it's like, they got people that, like, care and, like, are grounded in reality. And our people are just like, oh, my God, you know, people only refer to me as my social media name and not my real name. This makes me so sad. I'm depressed. I mean, like, these are how people are. And, like, they dress like clowns and shit. Like, it's so over for us if we ever get invaded, by the way.
I think the issue is with the algorithm in place, like, that's not popping up on my feed. Like, I don't
Right.
know that those exist. It's
I
just so
agree.
expansive. And 'cause there's so much
BLM,
following us,
trans
and I'm
rights,
scrolling, like,
Biden
I've never found that.
2024.
If I found that, I would
Those,
have loved that.
With the
That's what I
algorithm and the fact
believe.
that you never see those things. Like I always feel like we're on a whole different side of TikTok than you are, and all it takes is just to look up like deep conversations on the internet. There would have been a Vogue article about we're not really friends, and then you would have looked it up. You know, so in order to change your algorithm,
I'm zoning
you have
out,
to change
bro.
the
What the
things
fuck
that
are they
you're
even
looking
talking
for.
about?
Don't you think
I've
maybe
been
like
talking
the
too much.
algorithm in place is what's making it so dangerous? Because it's like they're pumping out these really terrible kind of like content videos, but also you've got like the attention economy where they're like fighting to get your information to then give to people, to like to put ads in your feed that you won't notice.
Even if you're not on social media, you know it's gonna do that anyway. Like if you're searching anything up, like if you're searching something up on Safari and you go onto your computer, onto Chrome, the ads will probably be the same. You know,
Right.
it's
It's
just,
just the
follows-
internet.
It's just technology, you know.
Right.
I sat down here saying that social media makes people antisocial, but hearing Alexa and Alex speak, it makes me remember that social media isn't just the whole TikTok scene. It's also schools. There's clubs and stuff. I've made a couple new friends from social media because they.
That's cool. Honestly, I make like no friends from social media. I feel like you gotta have friends in real life. Because unless you're like meeting in person, it's just not the same. But I don't know. I have like never like talking. I mean, like there are people who are like I'm friendly with, like doing YouTube and shit. But like, as far as like actual friends, like I'm talking to all the time, I've just like never had that.
They live in Ventura. I live in San Diego. So I don't think it's necessary just.
The video's
same thing.
27
It's also
minutes.
the
We're like
small
only a third of the way through.
Yeah, I'd like to say social media changed my life. I'm more confident. I actually think about what I wear. I used to just roll out of bed, grab what's near. I do see how social media can be bad, but I like to think of it in a positive light.
I have been bullied on social media.
Yeah. Yep, the clown bitch, of course. We
I
need
do
more
have
bullying.
to
More!
Like that was my biggest bullying because it's like it's just like entering a whole different society. It's just like when you're going out, you're making videos. You don't really know what you want to post or what you want to do or what you want to look like. So it is going to be cringy at first, and it's not going to be great.
Musically was definitely a dark time. More recently, I did have a hate account on Instagram. They like told me to kill myself.
Dude, that's so based. Oh my god. Shout out to that hate account. Okay, I don't support like the kill yourself thing, but like, I feel like we need more like pushback against this sort of like weird shit. I'm not saying hate on everybody for their appearance, but there are certain things where like we cross the line, and I feel like we definitely need some pushback here.
And told me that like because I was upset about my pet dying.
What's
that I
up,
stepped on
D-man?
myself, and
We're
that
chilling.
I like was ugly and that I looked like a clown. And yeah, I really let it get to me for a long time. But then I realized, you know, like they're only making fun of me because I'm giving them attention about it. So I just had to like block them from all my accounts.
No, maybe they're making fun of you because you look like a clown. Have you ever considered that for like 2 seconds? They're only making fun of me because I'm giving them attention. No, maybe they're making fun of you because you look like a clown. Like, you know, you chose for some reason to like cut all your hair off and to dye it red and to like wear clown makeup and to like wear that like weird thing. It's like, that was a choice you made, and people are making fun of you for it, which is super predictable. And you're like, well, it's because I'm giving them attention. Yeah, I'm sure.
And block all the people they were following and block all the people that were following them. And then I just had to stop looking. And if I don't look at it, then I don't know what they're saying.
Right, and that's the thing. It's just like, once
Yeah,
you
it's always
stop
somebody
looking
else's
into
fault,
it,
man.
you just
True.
stop feeding the fire, and it will die eventually because you just don't even pay it no mind.
I don't have a big following, so it's
By the way, my chat is like super delayed. I'm not sure if it's always been like this. First stream I've ever done, but it's like super delayed. So if you say something, I like don't respond to it forever, then that's why it's like delayed by like a minute.
basically
or
mostly
two.
people I know. Usually it's TikToks, and it's not with my name in it, but you can tell that it's implied towards me. And I try not to comment, but like there's some points.
Yo,
where
what's
bring
up? I am
like,
Billy, channel OG
completely
in
false
here.
things about me. Posting and hating on someone through the internet is completely different from in person because it's there forever. You don't have control over that because it's
Not another ad. No.
You've been working from home, but your roommate just took up
Black
percussion as
woman.
a hobby.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. An Indeed resume helps personalize your job search and even helps the right job find you.
Dude, not having YouTube Premium sucks ass. I never even realized how privileged I was having YouTube Premium until the stream.
I have had rude comments been made about me, but I've never been like heavily cyberbullied because I don't really have a big following and because of the community that I'm in. I've just read hundreds of stories about kids who like felt like they wanted to kill themselves because of the rude comments they were getting. And I just
Like I said before, like this is a broken record, but I've been saying this for probably like 15 years, going back to like 8 years old when I was like being pushed this shit in elementary school. Leave the computer, leave the phone, turn it off, bro. You know, or maybe just post shit that's not cringe. Have you considered that for 2 seconds? That maybe if you post shit that's quality and doesn't suck, and like you're not dressing like a fucking clown emoji on fucking on the fucking iMessage app, then maybe you wouldn't be bullied for shit. Like, have you considered that? Like, has that like entered your mind space, bro?
just remember like there were nights when I would cry and I'd be so upset because I couldn't really do anything about it.
My
Exactly.
cyberbullying experience. The
W
first
stream, W YouTube,
big
thanks,
one,
bro.
I was in like this like dance team, right? And I was the shortest kid, the fattest kid, and like one of like
Thoughts
3
on Minecraft
So I
Steve?
clearly stuck
On a
out no
scale of
matter
1 to
what I
10, how
did.
thick
And,
do you think he is?
You know, like after
Dude, he used to be thick, but then they added like the skinny version, you know? I'm pretty sure the thick version still exists. I haven't played Minecraft in a while, but, you know, I feel like it's gone downhill. But, you know, I would say the old one was like an 8 and new one's like a 3.
after practice, like all the girls would like do that like 2014 like ass out like.
Yeah, I
face,
fucking
like,
hate
duck
H3
face thing
Productions,
pose.
dude.
One
I
day,
might
like,
do
one of them
that.
like invited me to take the photo with them, and I thought like this was the only way you could pose on Instagram. So like I did it, and then they took the photo and they were all like laughing and they started uploading it. I didn't know why. Over like the next 2.5, 3 years, they would continuously like bring me into the photo. Like I would never just go up. They'd always ask me, hey, do you want to be in the photo? Do you want to be in the photo? So I felt like I was being included. But when I like got a phone and when I got an Instagram and when I started following like my fellow dance team members, I would look at their Instagrams and like from the beginning, it's photos of me. They'll zoom in on me and they'll be like, look at that fat thing, that fucking monster. Like, is it trying to pose? Like, what is that?
Base, bro. Honestly, I feel kind of bad. Like, I feel like this person doesn't look that bad. I was kind of making fun of her earlier, but that's also kind of funny. Like I said, I feel like we should bully fat people, but not like if you're like, I feel like if you're thick or, you know, you have like a bigger body type, don't bully those people, but like bully the people who actually like are fat, you know? This person's kind of fat, but like not, she ain't that bad, you know?
That thing think it is? Like, do they think they're cute? I was in like fucking elementary school. Like, I don't know how to deal with
Bruh.
myself. Like, I barely know how to open a peanut butter jar, and you expect me to know how to deal with people calling me it and like a monster, you know what I mean?
I barely know how to open a peanut butter jar? Bruh. I don't know. I feel like everybody has, like, certain things that, like, they should be good at, but are not. But, like, I don't know why you're bragging that you're a fucking retard who can't open a peanut butter jar, you know? It's kind of weird. Oh, I'm so stupid. I can't open a peanut butter jar. Okay, bro. Nice flex. Yeah, some
Instagram,
people are born fat, I guess,
TikTok,
dude.
Everything is the highlight reel.
500-pound beluga whale just coming right out of the womb. You know, moms everywhere are giving birth. I'm not fucking simping. Shut the fuck up, dude. It's like, what? I, like, go a little bit, like, hey, maybe, like, don't, like, call this person that fat, you know. I try to introduce my softer side, and I'm being I'm being accused of simping, dude. Fuck that.
My Instagram, I'm not going to post the ugliest picture of me.
Not
When
simping.
scroll
I
through
never
my
simp.
friends, in the back of
I have never DM'd a girl ever. It's not real.
that I should know that's the same for them. Yet I'm like, they look so pretty. Why do I not look like that? And I think for younger generations, it's really scary that they're going to have to deal with this.
I have this one photo that's so vivid in my memory, and like, I'm at like an aquarium and I'm leaning against like one of the fish tanks, and my dad and my brother are next to me, and I'm like half my brother's height, my face just sagging, my body, like my clothes don't fit on me, and I'm like, at that time I didn't realize how depressed I was and how.
Dude, guys, if I like shit on this, I'm gonna get like bombarded. Okay, like I feel like I'd literally get like destroyed by everyone. She's crying, and like, you know, she's sobbing about like a memory that's probably not that big of a deal, but she's crying for some reason. If I'm like, you're fat, you're a beluga whale, I would look really bad for that. Okay, like I'm trying to like, you know, trying to be a little nicer, you know.
How much these dance photos were ruining me. That's kind of when I knew like
Yeah,
social
real.
media is not something
I only simp for the boys. That's
so
facts.
An excuse I can make for not pleasing people online is that I don't use it, and then I'll be okay.
The bad thing about social media is like if you have a bad friend in real life and your mom's like avoid them, don't be next to them and stuff, but on social media you almost can't avoid them.
Turn it off! Oh my god! Oh no. Like, what do you mean you can't avoid them? Leave! Put the phone down. I swear to god, these people don't, like, it's like they don't think about stuff ever. I can't avoid them. Put the phone down. What? Dude.
And I feel like that's where like a lot of kids can get hurt because they comment rude things on your things, or they don't share the same opinions, and those friends are horrible.
Have you heard of
I
Jamie
don't know how Tumblr is now,
Weisberg? No,
example,
I
on it,
haven't.
but there are a lot of like self-harm pages and eating disorder pages with like ideas to make yourself lose weight. There's so much of that on Tumblr that I had to get off of Tumblr, and I think that definitely will hurt kids now and in the future.
I just couldn't imagine being like 10 or 11 or 12, just being so young and looking through this and taking all these suggestions in. I'm 18 now, like I go through it and I know better, but I feel like you could get seriously hurt when you're young because you really just don't know any better.
I'm not the only one who didn't use social media. I mean, I'm 20 years old now. I'm not sure. Like, I guess all these people are like 15, 16. I never used social media when I was 12. I wasn't even allowed to have an Instagram. And I did have a Twitter, but like I only like promoted my YouTube channel on it, and like I basically had all these bots going to like pump my YouTube channel, all these people. But like as far as like having social media and like, you know, posting pictures of myself, never did that, bro. I have something in my throat. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'll
it's
just
a
play back
cock
what you said
or
about
something.
how little kids don't know better. I saw a hack where it was like scoop ice cream.
Am I white? No, I am black.
Most children wouldn't
I'm
know.
blackest
Yeah,
man
in
ever.
Cases like that, it does.
That's
hurt
why I
when
say the
people
N-words,
social-
because I'm black, you know? If I was white and I said the N-word, like, that'd be insane. That'd be so racist, bro. You know, KKK level stuff. Like, that is just so backwards. A white person saying it. I couldn't even imagine being a white person doing it, that's why I'm black and saying the N-word, you know?
social media.
Of course.
But social media, I think it was always more intended for more discretion.
Like I have this friend named Jessie Page, and she is very like pro body.
I guess,
positive
kinda.
and, like,
I feel like it's like a
pro,
mix between like Netflix and, you know, social media. You know, I've never really considered YouTube social media, honestly. It kind of is. Like, I've always had a YouTube channel, but it's sort of like a mix between like watching stuff and, you know, posting. I don't know.
Like mental health, you know, like really like I want to get better. That's why I keep all my posts up, because I want people to be able to go back and look. I wasn't on T for 3 years, you know, when I was out, you know, like I was fully out and like fighting for myself to start hormones. My friend Jessie too, she also puts before and after. She always puts like, this is the real me.
Do you think social media has changed your life?
100%. I don't think I would be the person I am if it wasn't for.
Yeah, best ad against social media I've ever seen in my life. I wouldn't be the person I am if it weren't for social media. Best anti-social media promo I've ever seen, dude. Like, yeah, maybe I'd be a normal person that dresses normally and, like, socially well-adjusted if I hadn't, like, picked up my phone and posted on TikTok. Yeah, like, fucking TikTok stock crashing after this video, dude. Facebook stock crashing. Twitter stock just in the fucking ground after this shit, man.
Social media,
you know?
I first came out on.
This is what, like, intense, like, unrestricted social media use does to the brain, you know? It makes you, like, retarded, and it turns you into a clown.
On TikTok, and my parents didn't even know. That's how they found out, actually.
Children under the age of 13 should not be allowed on social media.
Dude. Takis. At least it's not like... Yeah, Buffalo Bills. Yo. Buffalo Bills gonna win a Super Bowl, by the way. Never been more proud to be a
it's kind of funny because I
Buffalonian.
talk to a lot of organizations with Log Off, and
Any
the
other
main
team you're
point that they
supporting,
talk
L.
about is
It's
that
gonna
they're trying
lose.
to advocate for kids to get cell phones and technology and social
Bill's
media
gonna win.
at an older age. And you know, years ago I would have said that's really stupid. That's like the drug talk. Like, don't do drugs. Don't be on social media. I'm not going to listen to that. But then after years of kind of self-reflection, I wish someone would have said, you don't need Instagram to have a social life.
If I go back to like my
Nobody has to say that to you because, like, you should be smart enough not to believe that. Like, am I the only person that has, like, you know, I'm, like, doing shit on social media. I got a channel. I got a timeline on Twitter that I'm on. But I also have friends in real life. I have a family in real life. I talk to people. I figure this out by myself without, like, having to be told, oh, actually, believe it or not, you could have social media and like a real life social life. I'm like, what? Why do you need to be told that, dude?
13-year-old self, and like I didn't have all the experiences I had, and I just kind of knew like, oh, it's a good place. I would be
Dr.
posting
Mid.
God knows what.
Yeah,
Right?
I live in Buffalo, dude. Of course I'm a Bills fan. I gotta be a Bills fan, you know? It's like I grew up with the Bills losing all the time, and now we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. It's gonna happen. We're going 17-0. You know, we're winning all the playoff games. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. It's gonna happen. You know, after like 20 years of failure and defeat, it's gonna happen.
And if you give kids a platform to do whatever they want, they're gonna be dumb.
There's no educational advocacy out there to actually allow for that to happen. And when they are there, it's this older teacher who like has a completely different outlook on social media because they never existed in an age where it was your life.
You know, I just feel like it's just unrealistic. When I was 13, I was fully on social media, making videos every single day. So I just feel like, if anything, it helped me more when I was 13. Like,
I was also 13, pumping out those gaming videos, dude. You know, but I didn't become like a fucking depressed weirdo like you. I became a goated based legend, you know. But I don't know, you do you, man. You know, I'm not fucking seething and molding like you.
it really allowed me to just know what things were and not be so, what is going on? Like, you know, not knowing a lot of things.
Because like I was on social media at like 11 years
Do you
old.
like cats? Yeah, I do like cats. I'm allergic to cats. But I feel like personally I'm a lot closer to a cat than a dog.
Like LGBT, you know, you need to be able to meet people because your bubble that you would know of trans people would be 0.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think we're underestimating children. They're relentless. We put an age limit on Instagram or an age limit on like an adult type website. They're still gonna get through.
I didn't have social media. I was probably like the last couple people out of my like friends because my mom knew the restrictions and how the things that are on the internet is you can't control what other people are posting and you can't control what your kids are seeing. But I believe that like other kids mature at different ages and we can't really restrict certain people from going on this platform when it's public.
It's difficult because I do think what you said is true.
This is such a level 1 conversation, man. Who cares? Like, I feel like in 2008, like, it would have made sense to have this conversation, but I feel like we know enough about social media that it's just sort of stupid to, like, be, well, you know, parents should be moderating their kids' social media use, and, you know, going on social media is bad for my mental health. It's like, why are we still talking about this? I feel like everybody knows the effects of social media and, like, what it does to you. It's just have some discipline, okay? Go on social media sometimes because it's cool. It's cool to, like, look at shit and, like, look at funny shit, but, like, don't spend your entire day on it. Like, it's, like, not complicated, bro. You know?
Where if I was 13 and someone said, you have to be 13 to get on this app, or like, you have to be older, I would have lied about my age. And I know there are millions of kids like that that are like, break the system and would, like, put in a different age.
I never did
That's the
that.
thing. With
I was on
you
to
can't
say.
just take the problem and move it over here.
Exactly.
It's all about the education. It should be a class, like how sex ed is. There should be like tech ed. You
Like
know?
computer lab days exist. Like, was that just my school? Like, there were computer lab days or
we were
something.
on-
Where we
Like,
just practice typing.
Right,
now.
where you practice typing. Well, like, instead of just practice.
Now, I feel like parents should be, like, sitting their kids down and being like, yo, here's this thing that exists. It's called social media. You know, if you spend too much time on it, it's bad. But if you spend only a little bit amount of time on it, it's good. If you see somebody harassing you, block them. And yeah, go ahead. Have fun. It's, like, not hard. Why do you need an entire class to tell people this stuff? You know? Yeah, I'm personally a retard who, like, you know, need to have a class about this. It's like, not everybody's a retard like you, okay?
Practicing typing, practice how to not be an idiot online, and, like, how to, like, learn and understand, like, the harm of it. Because, like, if I had that
Smoking on that
education,
Queen Pack, yeah.
I know that, like, I would have
100%.
like at least braced myself for it. Once COVID kind of hit, I realized, like, I need social media, or else I can't, like, find anyone. I know some people that kind of think, like, when I say that I don't use social media a lot, they're like, oh, do you think you're cooler than us because you don't need, like, social media validation? But it's more like,
Yeah, I'm cooler than you because I don't need social media validation. It's true. Like, if you spend your entire life, like, you know, needing validation on social media, I'm objectively cooler than you. Stay mad, you know?
I'm afraid of if I search for that validation that I'm not going to get it.
Social media has educated me more than my school has.
I should have posted this stream on Twitter and
I know
Instagram.
all
I kind of
schools,
forgot
they
to
don't
do
talk
that.
about some deep topics that social
I
media
should-
brings to light, and it teaches
I
you
should do
and
that.
teaches you how to get through it and how to do it without talking to your family if you are uncomfortable, and without talking to the school, because sometimes schools don't have that education in place.
My teacher told everyone that RuPaul's Drag Race was a good example of trans people. Of course, like, I got in trouble for, like, correcting him or whatever, but it was like I could not let him spread fake information like that because those are not trans people, those are drag queens.
Dude, like, those kids are so annoying. Like, y'all ever see, like, a kid talking about, like, communism or, like, fascism in school? Like, a teacher talking about that shit, and, like, there's always that one kid that's like, actually, communism was this. Actually, fascism, actually, Donald Trump. Like, shut the fuck up, okay? Nobody is going to school to listen to you talk about, like, you know, what your opinion about fucking communism is, okay? Number one, we don't want to go to school in the first place. Number two, if we are going to go to school, we want to go to school to listen to the teacher talk, okay? Like, there was this kid in fucking class today at my college that was just constantly interrupting the teacher on this fucking bullshit. Actually, slavery. It's like, shut the fuck up! I don't care! You bitch. Let the teacher talk, man. I don't care about your opinion.
And that is a totally different topic. I'm very far in my transition for 16, and social media definitely helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Most mentally sane trans people. Honestly, I bet this person right here is more mentally sane than Jaden is, or that Scrimzox guy is. You know, probably the most sane, or more sane than Keffels is. Honestly, so, like, even though this person looks like a clown or kind of a weirdo, probably the most, like, mentally sane trans person I've come across, for
And then
real.
the fact that you even got in trouble for that shows that school is at, like, you know, they're lacking.
You know, personal experience is how you learn the most. You know, you go on social media and there's someone talking about this eating disorder, this depression that they went to. It's just someone actually talking to a camera, giving you real advice that a school really could never do.
I want to preface it with I am kind of like, I'm very lucky. The school that I go to, Altamont, is like a private school in Alabama, and they're very, very good with kind of integrating these conversations into the academic dialogue.
Alabama.
I totally agree with everything y'all have said.
Cousin fucker right here, bro. No offense to anybody who lives in Alabama, but like, I'm pretty sure I saw something where like, it's like the most incest happens there, you know? Like probably like every Alabamian is like a product of incest. Don't look that up. I'm just saying that's true.
I've learned how to rainbow loom, and I've done a bunch of different things on social media, but I've also looked up like election, and there's been misinformation after misinformation, and with COVID. So for y'all that answered, how do you kind of outweigh like the chance to learn a bunch of new things with also the chance of seeing a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily true?
I think you just have to look for credible websites. I mean, it's just like when you're doing an essay, you wouldn't believe, I mean, just feel like blogs, any of that kind of stuff. It is easy to get a lot of misinformation, but it's also easy to see that this information is fake.
Like, but what about like a...
It's easy to see information. It's like, yeah, I kind of believe that, you know.
young kid that can't really discern that, because I feel like that's the...
My dad actually put the Washington Post and the New York Times on my phone so that I would look at it more, so I would get the notifications. You know, all I had to do was put it on my phone.
There have been times when I've disagreed with what the teacher said, and
This is so boring. I don't care about this anymore,
I also think
dude.
that with social media, with the algorithm in place, it's harder to...
Dr. Cringe is a credible
I
source.
disagree with
Facts.
you, just because
Facts,
I feel
game
like as kids
bucket.
we look up to our teachers for the
Real.
right answers, and if they are like providing like a biased answer, we're getting the wrong information.
Dr.
If you've taken a
Mid.
political science class, there will be times where the teacher's own political beliefs might make the learning biased. So comparable
I'm
to social
Dr.
media, it's about the same.
Yeah, but I think it's
W.
more dangerous on social media, because I agree it is very dangerous in the classroom, especially when you look up to teachers. With the algorithm, they don't have that humanity to actually discern like, oh, this is an article about how masks aren't important. So like, but I'm gonna pump that out.
But I would disagree with you for that exact reason, because it's just one human, one way of life, one perspective, one thought, you know. But at least when you go on social media and you put up Trump, it's gonna come up both sides of the story. You know, and it's up to you to differentiate and read it and see, okay, this comes from this credible website and this is
I
coming
stuttered
from
through text. Yeah, I do stutter.
What if we're
Real.
talking about like just a straightforward thing like
When I'm
math,
recording my videos, I gotta like
science,
cut shit out because I
sometimes
stutter.
you can get like a cruddy
Facts.
teacher and they won't really teach you that well. You just type that into social media, they'll ring it
See,
right up
I've
for
never
you.
I've never actually been helped by a math teacher. I mean, photo math was the only thing that helped me. I mean,
Yeah, fuck math. Math sucks. Dude, I'm getting bored by this video. Is there like an ending? Like, it's
I
like,
agree. Yes, these protests got really big, and it's really important.
dude, are they just talking about politics now? Like,
No
dude,
insurance?
I don't give a fuck about this anymore. What else? Free range versus strict parents. Or can sex workers and virgins see eye to eye? Mothers versus daughters. Is marriage necessary? We're nudists. Ask us. Watch this. Let's go.
Hang on, I got something up my sleeve.
Credit builder from Credit Karma Money. Huh? My score was worse than your aim, but I just put aside a little cash.
I feel like if anybody talks long enough, they'll probably talk about Trump and Biden, you know? They politicize the video, so I gotta click off, you know? I'm trying to, like, keep the politics out of the stream, you
It went
know?
up.
Is your hand free?
Hang on, let me grab this. Hey, babe.
Credit builder from Credit Karma Money.
Yeah, if y'all want to link a subreddit or something for me to, like, react to memes, and, like, I'll do that. I just don't feel like trying to find that shit right now. But if y'all want to link me anything, I'll do that.
Are you facing a challenging dilemma in your life right now? The Dilemma is a new Jubilee show, and we're looking for people
Shut
who are
up.
seeking
I don't care. That's the whole point. That's what
And also got naked. Be okay if I immerse myself.
Dude, am I gonna get stricken down for this? I should not be posting this, man. Is this safe?
With you guys and also got naked.
Is
That's
this
the whole
safe?
point. That's why we're here.
Okay.
Everyone should get naked.
Okay. I'm wearing like the hardest
Why are they both fat? Like, what the fuck?
outfit to get naked in. You know, I feel actually a lot more comfortable. Do I just start asking questions?
Dude!
If you were alone in a room with people who are nudists, what would
Dude.
you ask?
Do you guys hug in the community?
What are your thoughts on raising children?
Put a 1 in the chat if I should watch this. Put a 2 in the chat if I should. And I feel like I'm risking like my entire like channel here. I don't know. It's on YouTube. Like they uploaded it on YouTube.
Kind of like F it.
I'm nervous, but hi y'all. My name is Lance.
Hi Lance, I'm Juliana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Juliana.
I'm nervous too.
I'm Tim. Hi Lance.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, Dr. Band, real.
You, Tim. Well, I just want to first know, do you guys?
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I'm not watching this. Fuck this, dude. Wait, did I say? Yeah. I'm not watching this anymore. It's just like, it's kind of entertaining, but at the same time, like, you know, it's also disgusting because they're all fat. And I don't want to get banned. Is there like a kind of a shorter video I can watch? I don't want to spend like a million years watching a video again. Yeah, I know, yeah. Jubilee did post it, but like, men's rights versus feminism? Is toxic masculinity real? Let's watch this.
Hello everyone, welcome. Thank
Shut
you
up.
for tuning in
Shut
for
up.
Middle Ground. Marxism?
Oh,
Hello.
Would you call yourself a feminist?
I would. Yes, an intersectional feminist.
When you hear the word feminism, what comes to mind? Marxism?
To me, feminism
Marxism.
is fairness.
I think that it's unfortunately misguided.
Feminism is a flawed movement.
When you hear the phrase men's rights, what comes to mind?
Aggression.
Advocating for the human rights.
Aggression, yes!
I start laughing.
What do you hope to get from the conversation today?
I'm the top
I
D.
would hope to get some insight.
Top Dr.
and
Cringe.
probably, if anything, agree on a lot more than disagreeing.
I actually hope to get a little bit more understanding of why some men think this way.
Do you think there's middle ground between men's rights activists and feminism?
We'll see.
Oh, wait. I think I have seen the incel guy before. The guy with the... Why is he wearing the same fit that he was wearing in that other one? Because, like, there's, like, another... Incel Jubilee... Yeah, he's wearing the same fit, bro. Like, it's the same. He didn't change at all. He had, like, a shitty fit on the original video he did, and he wore the exact same thing in this video. Didn't lose weight either.
Hi, my name is Zach, and I am 24 years old.
This is Chris. I'm a PhD student at the University of Southern California, and I'm also a Title IX specialist who challenges discrimination against men on college campuses. And I'm 30 years old.
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm
an incel.
I'm a YouTuber, and I'm also known as an
Average Dr. Cringe viewer. I bet Derek watches Dr. Cringe.
incel, which is an involuntarily celibate.
Hi, my name is Alicia. I am a writer, poet, and teaching artist.
Hi, I currently work in the pet health industry, and I'm 30.
I'm 24. I'm a graduate student with a degree in health sciences, and I'm excited to be here today.
Can I get my men's rights activists in the left and my feminists on the right?
Men's rights.
Step forward if this statement is true for you. I believe men and women are different but equal.
Men and women are different but equal. I don't know, I feel like, you know, equal means like you're an equal person, you know? So I feel like men and women can't be equal. Like, you know, like if I go to the gym and I'm like benching, you know, I'm doing the bench press, like I'm gonna be able to do way more than a woman. I could like never go to the gym my entire life, but just like me being a man, like I can just fuck them up, dude. You know, I could like fuck them up in a bench press contest easy, you know? I think I said this in a video the other day, but like this like woman was like, she was jacked, you know, it was insane. And like I like saw her on the bench press, she was bench pressing like 95 pounds. I'm like, dude, the fuck, you know? You can't send links in the chat, really? That's weird. I don't know, like, probably I'll just, like, change the settings. I'm not really sure what's going on. I am really new to this live stream shit, so by the time I do my next live stream, I hope I can get everything sorted. Like, make sure the stream doesn't go down, make sure everybody can do everything they want to do, so.
I know as a woman that I don't have the same physical strengths. Men and women are built differently. I think whenever things are built differently, it's for a reason, right? But at the same time, the amount of limits that have been put on women historically, like...
Yeah, we're equal under the law, but, like, if, like, the government collapsed, I could just, like, and a woman was like, yeah, I'm a feminist, I want equal rights, I could just be like, fuck you, I could kick her ass, you know, I could just start punching her, you know, which I would never do that, but, like, you know, it's like, are we equal? We're equal because the government, like, says so, but, you know, if the government, like, went away, I feel like that would not be equal at all, you know?
The fact that not too long ago we were just allowed to like start voting. Even today, like the wage gap, just all types of stuff. Like women just don't have a lot of rights that are just, it should have nothing to do with what gender we
Opinions on juice box? I like juice boxes, they're tasty.
just be treated with respect, so yeah.
I do believe that, of course, there are biological differences between men and women. And of course, there should also be legal equality. Of course, I disagree with the idea that women face systemic discrimination. You just mentioned the wage gap, which has been debunked so many times.
The incel. I want to hear the incel speak.
And men and women are very different from not just a physical, you know, the bone structure.
Yes!
The neurological
The incel.
department as well as the chemical
My
balances.
brother,
And
my
also, I
incel
don't
brother.
believe that men and women are equal under the law either, or they should be rather. Children are not equal under the law. And it's not because we hate children, it's because we love them and we want to protect them.
So
Incel man.
you believe we're not equal, then that you're inferring that one would be greater than the other.
Well, so let me...
Like I said, I mean, we are equal under the government, but, like, as far as, like, are we equal, like, you know, overall? No. I mean, like, I can, like, kick a woman's ass. Like, I don't even have to be strong, you know? I mean, yeah, maybe if, like, a girl who's, like, in the WWE or something crazy, like, yeah, that person could probably kick my ass, but, like, if it's, like, a regular girl, I can just beat them up, you know? Just go, you know, insane, right? So, I don't know, I feel like it's just like, yeah, government, yes, in reality, no.
Let me
So that's what
chime in
I'm
with my
trying to-
perspective.
yeah.
As far as not being equal, I don't think that that necessarily means inferior or superior when it comes to...
Well, he
certain
identifies as
things like-
incel. I don't know if he's actually an incel, but, like, he identifies as an incel, you know? Like, that's that guy's whole personality, is like, yeah, I'm the incel who wears the fucking yellow jacket.
Childbearing, a woman is going to be far more productive and a lot more nurturing than, say, a man. And when it comes to doing a lot more of the heavy lifting and the work, a man is probably going to be more suited for that role. And I don't think that that makes them any better or worse. We are just built, created, and born different.
I would also like to elaborate. I am not saying that they are worse overall or better overall.
They complement each other.
Like he said, yeah, they do.
They complement each other
You know,
beautifully.
They work very well together.
We
when
need
they
each other
are
for
working in that.
for
Opinions on movie theater? I work at a movie theater. I'm not gonna dox myself, but, like, yeah, I work at a movie theater. I do the ushering, which is basically like the janitor. You know, so if y'all want to, like, fuck me up, you have that little bit of information. I work at a movie theater, so you'll go across America, go in every movie theater, and if you see me, you know, I guess you can go kill me or something. But yeah, I work in a movie theater.
for offspring. I mean, that's part of the beauty of it, and I think trying to equalize them and make them the same and, you know, transition and all that, I don't believe is going to be the most conducive when it comes to the family raising children, but also just for overall well-being.
I want to note that you brought up children being unequal to adults. I just hope you weren't comparing women to children.
Women, I don't know. I feel like women aren't children, but, like, I don't know, to say, like, they're at the same, like, emotional maturity of men is just wrong, you know? I would say, like, if children are on one end and, like, men are on the other end, like, maybe they're somewhere in the middle, is what I would say. I don't know. Maybe that's like a misogynist take, but I feel like that's true. You know, I wouldn't say all women, but like a lot of them. That's true.
I mean, it was technically a comparison of women
Okay,
and children.
I don't need you to
suppose.
protect me. I just need you not to harm me. I can protect myself. I'm very capable of doing what I need to do. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Red Bull gives you
Dude, I'm hot.
wings.
100%.
Okay, a 5-second ad.
I
I'm
am
hot. It's hot in here,
um,
man.
An incel or an incel advocate, I suppose.
Incel
I don't
advocate.
hate women at all. I think we're different, and they
This
have
is the
aspects
Dr.
that are,
Cringe channel
superior to men
representative.
as well. It's just very contextual on the subject.
Toxic masculinity is real.
Oh, here we go. Dude, I'm passionate about this subject.
I think that toxic masculinity is definitely a real thing. It's kind of just the idea of what masculinity should be, but it goes wrong a lot of the times, saying that
No,
violence.
toxic masculinity is so fake. I mean, I guess it's kind of real, like rape is toxic masculinity, but like, as far as like what they're saying, you know, it's like, you know, being like strong, like being like Andrew Tate, like that's not toxic masculinity. Like that's just like what men want to be, you know?
Violence, sex, power, being a controlling
Yeah, I'm the
person
regal
makes
guy.
you a man.
I see it
I'm the regal
in very
guy, man.
unfortunate
I'm the AMC
places,
guy.
like when the young men or boys in my family, even from like toddler age, are told you shouldn't be crying. Boys don't cry. And what that turns into, I see it when I'm in a bookstore and a guy who tries to get my number says, "Why y'all always gotta act like that?" And he sincerely had this like cracking voice, like he was hurt, but it was an entitlement. And that's
Bitch made right here, you know? Like, I feel like if you're an adult, like, you should not be crying a lot. Like, maybe if like your mom dies or something, then cry. But like, if you're crying over like, oh my god, like, really had a hard time at work, then like, that's just bitch made shit, dude. Like I said, I want to say the N-word here, but like, it's just like, it would not be good optics. It would be like, I think Susan would nuke my channel. But I wanted to say bitch N-word shit. Like, that's what I wanted to say. But yeah, like, versus, you know, yeah, if you're a kid, like, yeah, obviously you're going to cry a lot. Like, little boys, like, are going to cry a lot. But, like, if you're a man, I feel like if you're crying all the time, and therapy is also so gay. Like, if you're going to, like, physical therapy or something, that's cool. But if you're going to, like, therapy because your emotions are, like, messed up, then I feel like you weren't raised properly.
It's toxic masculinity. It's saying like, you don't realize how your behavior is harmful.
Catch you later,
What does
bro.
toxic masculinity mean? Is it character traits? Is it upbringing?
The suppression of feeling for a lot of men, because throughout childhood they're told man up. So because of that, there's a lot of repression. Repression then is usually
Man up is good advice, dude. Go to the gym, you know, play some video games. Yeah, just man up, bro. Like, just like, if you have a problem, just forget about it and man up. Just be like, yeah, I got this problem, but now I don't because I manned up. See how that works? Like, that's like genius advice right there, you know? You have a problem, then you just like, yep, it's gone. I manned up, you know? I feel like that's real.
channeled into anger for some people because they not always know how to express because they were told not to express.
So upbringing and
That's part of
environment.
it,
Okay.
yes.
But not something that's inherently a part
No.
of men.
No.
I think that, you know, when you're showing your emotions, especially to like, you know, random people, random women in some cases, they will view you as weak. I was raised by a single mother. I love her. She's, you know, she's my mom. I love her. But I could have used being told to act like a man. I think back, there were some cases where I was too emotional, and that negatively affected how I, you know, what happened to me.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
What is your definition of
Thoughts on Andrew Tate? Yeah, I mean, he's all right, you know. Like I said, I definitely disagree on some of the stuff he says, but like the thing about sparkling water, like that was just fucking stupid. But like, I think overall, like I feel like his message is good, you know, and he's also funny, you know. I feel like more importantly, whether you disagree with him or agree with him, he's funny, you know. He's a chaotic individual.
weak as a man?
Not being as forward as you could be, not being as honest, or trying to be not as emotional as you don't need to be. You don't have to cry over a cut. I know, sometimes cuts hurt a lot, but sometimes it's necessary to be strong for the benefit of not just yourself, but for the people around you. It's fine to act emotional in certain cases, but I don't think it's fine to act that way with a woman. Maybe you have a really good friend and he sees you cry, like he's your best friend, and you're crying about something really personal. I think that's fine.
I feel like you're conflating two different situations, because you started off with saying a random person or even women. So it feels like, okay, this is a woman that you don't have a bond with or any.
No, because it's like, it doesn't matter whether you have a bond or not, It's like, people talk about, I think Andrew Tate talks about this, where it's just like, they will like lose respect for you subconsciously for crying around them. Like I said, if your mom dies or something, that's like probably not that big of a deal. If it's like on occasion, every now and then, but if you're like stressed out or something and you start bawling out, like I feel like they're just gonna lose respect for you. It's like you need to like learn how to deal with that stuff, man. I don't know, like I said, I'm not a fucking like genius therapist, psychiatrist, but that's kind of how I see it.
Type of relationship with. And then you mentioned, or in front of your best friend, that's okay to cry. Well, that woman could be your best friend. That, so.
I don't think you can be friends with a woman.
I have so many woman friends, it's unreal.
So.
Because you don't see us as equal, as you said before.
I don't think showing emotions is a sign of weakness. I actually think it's a sign of strength. Men do live shorter lives, and that's because of a repression of emotions, and that's due to many things that patriarchy has instilled.
Repression of emotions.
It has been shown that a person's well-being, their lifespan is shortened when they are not able to express their emotions. In addition, when they don't have physical touch or when they don't have a partner to keep them company. We're humans.
Is that real? Is your lifespan shortened because you don't express your emotions? I don't know. I feel like that can be true. It depends on like what you're bottling in. If it's like you're a Vietnam veteran and you like the fucking Viet Cong like haunt your nightmares and but you're not allowed to express that, I feel like that's true. But if it's just like basic, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be crying in front of my girlfriend, I feel like that doesn't shorten your lifespan. That to me sounds stupid.
Beings here. We need to talk to each other. And if you think that our health isn't affected when you're not able to express that you are sad
both
or
sides
upset,
are kind of cringe.
you're wrong.
That's kind of true. I agree.
I think that men's rights activists are only men's rights activists as a response to women expressing that they want more equality. I don't think they focus on actual men's rights issues, and rather it's just an attack on women and feminism.
Real.
Today, women have more advantages than men.
Of course, they're not going to sit down.
I can speak from a hiring standpoint when it comes to things like affirmative action, and there are certain roles that traditionally men and women have been able to serve in, and now women can basically do all of those things, right? Because we've had such a strong advocacy for equal representation in the workplace, whereas, for example, you'll never find a man as a midwife nurse, and I don't think it's.
What's up, Totally Search? Sorry for ignoring you, bro.
Women in like the most important
I just don't
parts of
I don't
society
DM people on the
have an
internet
advantage.
usually.
There's a lot of positions that men simply aren't getting hired at anymore because of the fact that they're a man. And it's not just in the workforce, it's also, I would say, it's a lot easier for a woman to find a relationship, even if she, says it's finding the right guy is so hard. It really isn't. But sometimes for a lot of guys, finding a girl at all is hard.
Yeah, if you're like fat, if you're fat and ugly, but if you're like a handsome Chad like me, it's easy, I'm a Volcel, but like if I could, I could easily do it. I feel like, just like all the women are gonna be all over me.
I have to consider what I wear before stepping out the house, because I don't want to draw some type of attention. I don't know how many other men have to consider, is this outfit going to be deemed safe for me? Any situations I have experienced where like I physically felt endangered simply because I don't want to give my number out. It's
Yeah, like it definitely sucks that women have to like, you know, be afraid in public, but like that's just how the world is, dude, you know? Get over it, okay? You know, it's like you complaining about it. Oh my god, it sucks that women have to do this. Well, it's like the rapist council isn't going to be like, "Well, we have taken your criticism into account and we're going to start changing our actions now." You know, we're going to put that up to a vote. Like, no, okay? They're just going to continue raping you, and like that's never going to stop. So, like, maybe don't dress like a whore in public, and maybe they'll stop raping you, you know? Have you considered that? Like, if you don't go out at 1 a.m. If you do, go out with a friend or something, you know, like arm yourself with pepper spray, but don't be a fucking stupid idiot, dude. Like, you complaining on the internet about, oh my god, you know, they might rape me. Yeah, like they probably will if you're like, you know, being a stupid bitch, but maybe stop and like they won't rape you. You know, like I said, like that's my realist opinion. It sucks. Like, you know, women shouldn't have to like feel endangered, but I feel like that's just the reality of the situation, you know? You complaining is not going to like make the rapist council, the Supreme Rapist Council change their ways. It's just not going to happen.
It's part of that entitlement for men.
I wear just like shorts and a t-shirt like everybody else.
You're not entitled to my number.
I don't got drip.
That aside,
I wear basic shit.
It's like, are you gonna make one example of the entitlement of men when it comes to asking for your number be the all-encompassing thing that all men have a problem when it comes to approaching women?
Well, firstly, it's not just an example. It's not necessarily all men. I don't dislike men. I love sports. I play video games. I have bros. I hang out with dudes. We just want men to realize that if you have friends that are having locker room talk, as a man, as an ally, please say something to your friends.
Do you think repressing that is really the solution?
Yeah, guys, rape jokes are bad. You know, you made a joke about like sexually harassing. Please stop, bro. That's not cool. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. This would be me doing that to my friend. Leave her alone. That's locker room talk. That's not okay. Why are you like making a sexual like rape joke, dude? Like that's not okay. I'm holding you to account. Like that's what I like think of when I hear that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go on Discord and somebody makes like an off-color joke. I'm like, leave her alone. It's just like fucking stupid, man.
Here, though. If it's in a healthy male space,
I don't think that's healthy. I think it's
No,
toxic in itself.
I mean, if you're making jokes and you're doing
toxic.
Jokes that are harmful jokes are not healthy because they just lead to people normalizing things. People always say,
yeah, like the only jokes I can make is like, what, like, why did the chicken cross the road and like shit like that. It's like, no, I want to joke about like funny shit. I want to make like an off-color joke. You know, I can do that as a free individual.
oh, it's just a joke. But when someone else hears it, they don't realize how that resonates. And again, how that turns into violence. Like, this is not an isolated situation. I'm only thinking of 3 off the top of my head, because if I think of too many, I'm gonna spiral
so
right now.
what's the alternative? Men shouldn't talk about these things.
No, I think men can have a healthy dialogue. I don't think men have to be toxic in order to have a conversation. I know plenty of men that are able to have conversations about healthy, productive things, just like women are.
Well, it's not obviously something that I have personal experience with, but only 1% of all people on the death row are women in this country. So when women and men commit identical crimes, women are much more likely to, for example, escape the death penalty.
Well, I mean, 1% of women are on the death row, probably because like they're not committing violent crime. They're women. You're like, they're not gonna be like killing people, dude. You know, they probably don't even like. Men are better at everything, including killing other people. Real. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, but like most men are on the death row because like they're the ones killing people.
And that's just plain sex-based discrimination.
That I agree on.
That's true. Look, I'm thinking about basic needs, like around the globe, the women who don't even have like proper like sanitary like products.
I mean, I have to agree. Just small things like a tax on a box of tampons, do you think I choose to do this monthly? No, trust me. So why?
Bro, are tampons even that expensive? I feel like I hear this a lot. Like, oh my god, tampons are so expensive. Are they even that expensive? Let me look this up. Tampons price. Oh yeah, let's go to Walmart. Let's see what's up, man. Shit, dude. What the fuck? Okay, so we got like a box. Yeah, it's $7 to $9. And then like, what's the tax? Like 20 cents or something? Like, am I missing the like high expense here? Monthly. Dude, I suck at typing, dude. Holy shit. There's a tampon subscription for every budget. You can expect to spend anywhere from between $4 to $15 a month on tampons? Hold on, let me find another source for that. Average monthly tampon price per woman. The true cost of your period. How much do tampons cost per month? How much does it cost to have a period? Studies have determined that a period costs approximately $10 or £9. You're complaining and whining like a bitch about $10 a month? Dude, you are so poor. Oh my god. Like, that's the cost of a Netflix subscription, really? Like, I hate to be like shitting on poor people or whatever, but like, you're complaining about $10? Oh my god. You know, maybe stop being poor.
Should I have to pay taxes when this is a medical necessity?
We're just like dismissed. A lot of our symptoms.
How much is tax for that? Like $1? Literally. Like, like, I feel like they're offended because it, like, on principle, because they feel like they shouldn't have to pay tax on it, but it's $10 a month is the average. Maybe I found like a biased study or something. Like maybe it's a lot more than that, but $10 does not seem like a lot of money to me. I feel like even if you're poor, like really poor, $10 is not a lot.
Report, especially women of color, but women across the board are just treated a lot less equally.
I'd say that I'm an advocate for what I believe the role that men play in society. I believe that their views should be expressed openly, that they should be given a platform to do so, and I believed in men unapologetically and unashamedly being men as we were created.
Bro, I spend more on Game Pass. Yeah, facts, bro.
Men are entitled to.
Oh, I guess you're a rich person because you could spend that money on Game Pass.
I do consider the rights of every human, but every time I hear of a men's rights activist, I hear anger and I hear very illogical reasoning.
Illogical reasoning? You're complaining about fucking $10 a month for tampons. What do you mean illogical reasoning? Yeah, like, there probably is illogical reasoning on the men's side, too. I'm not saying that they're making great arguments. Like, that fucking fat incel guy kind of sounds like stupid sometimes. But, like, you are complaining about $10 a month for tampons. Okay? You do not get to complain about logic. You know? Like, that's what your side's complaining about.
And it just boils my blood because it's a setback for all.
It just boils my blood. It boils my blood.
That the other side does not understand.
It just boils my blood that I have to pay $10 a month on tampons. I'm so oppressed, guys.
I think a lot of times when a movement is created, the other side thinks that they're being attacked or think that it's some like attempt at erasure. That's not what feminism is about at all. What do you need a whole men's rights activism movement for? I'm sincerely confused.
Well, I mean, like, I will advocate for positive masculinity and what men should represent and healthy outlets for men. Like, I still think the Boy Scouts should be exclusively the Boy Scouts, for example, one of those things. Where I would like to think that we could get some common ground is when it comes to the clear biases that are in the court system, especially in the marriage and family court system, right? And right there is what I would advocate for when it comes to men's rights.
The things that stand valid, like that I'm hearing from y'all that are like valid to me, come from a place of like I'm treated like unfairly by the system versus a lot of the things women are saying. It's also America and the system as well, but a lot of it is like harm from men.
Yeah, let me just tell all the rapists out there to stop raping. Like, this is like the worst argument ever. You know, it's harm from men. Well, other men don't control that, dude. Like, a rapist is gonna rape no matter what other men are saying. Yeah, bro, rape is bad. Like, rape is uncool. It's like nobody grows up on planet Earth and they're like, rape is awesome, dude. Like, rape is... Wait. You're saying that rape is bad? Wow, I have never heard of that before. Like, yeah, dude, obviously rape is bad. Nobody's saying that. But, like, we can't control what other men do. If a man wants to, like, rape somebody, there really isn't that much we can do about it. I feel like it's up to you and, like, whoever you're with to, like, defend yourself at that point, right?
How and where?
How and where what?
9/11, remember, true.
Okay, it started when I was young. I'm not going to talk too long.
I
was
remember...
16,
Actually, I wasn't even alive when 9/11 came out.
It started when I was in a club. A boy touched me. I said no. He kept touching me. It got to the point he got violent. It gets to the point that the only reason why a man decided to stop touching me in the bookstore I talked about earlier is because he realized my husband was not too far away. And he said, sorry, bro. Never said sorry to me. That's why, and that's off the top of my head.
Chad
this
moment.
This is why I get upset, because I'm like, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Sorry for touching your girlfriend.
But when you just dismiss the fact
it's okay,
that women
bro.
actually have experiences,
Bro.
that's when it seems like it's about more than your rights. It seems like it's about your ego, and that's where I get pissed off. Because how
What's
dare
up,
you
Simp
tell
Slayer?
another human being that their experiences, what they're telling you right in front of your face, is not valid?
I didn't say they were invalid. I said how and why. I'm trying.
Dude, this woman is triggered. Is she on her period right now, bro? Like, she seems really mad. I feel like she's on her... I feel like it's her time of month, man.
How and why? Because it happened. It happened many times. It happened yesterday. It happened the day before.
Okay, I think some of the things that you guys are touching on, such as the court system and
That's
gender
mean. I
roles,
shouldn't
are
say that.
a
But
subject
that's
of
also kind of funny.
patriarchy. And that's part of what women are trying to dismantle is those traditional gender roles.
Are there any
Triggered
feminist
woman.
organizations that have done anything, for example, to challenge bias against men and fathers in
Yes,
the family court system?
absolutely.
Can you please give me like a list of feminist advocacy organizations
Look.
that have engaged in any meaningful advocacy to address those issues? Because there are actually none.
Okay, I know that you came with your little research or whatever. I didn't come with a list of like feminist organizations, but I know actively that there are women's organizations that are trying to dismantle those inequalities.
Just one name, just one
Again, I
organization.
didn't come with a list, my dude.
There are no such organizations.
Ad
Nobody's
moment.
gonna know.
I'm getting bored of this video. I hope it's over soon.
I think there has been significant progress over the last decade or so, especially in the legal field. But I think there are still significant disparities that need to be addressed, such as
Facts, no printer,
poor
true.
health conditions, bias against men in the criminal justice system, bias against men in family courts, and bias against men in the educational system, especially in colleges.
Men and women should be allies.
Men, unfortunately, many of them don't want to even have this open dialogue that we're sharing right now. We need men to help be allies, to help speak to other men.
It strikes
Yeah, let me just talk to like my rapist best friend. Hey man, you know, maybe like your life of raping women is bad. Maybe don't do that. Like, what the fuck does she even mean? Talk to men? Yeah, maybe like harassing women. It's like either she's telling me to like, you know, be a fucking buzzkill and be like, yo, your insensitive joke is bad. That's toxically masculine. Or she's saying, tell my rapist friend, I guess, that rape is bad. Like, dude, if somebody's raping somebody else, like, you know, I'm not going to be able to stop them from doing that. So it's just like, no matter what she's saying, it's like, it's just fucking retarded.
I mean, like the way you phrase this, you almost want men to say certain things that you want them to say, as opposed to maybe actually listening to what they're saying.
What certain things would I want to
just
hear?
kind of like men being allies, men talking to other men, etc. I'm completely okay with that.
Leafy got
but I'm not
arrested
going
today,
to
dude. Rip
repeat,
Leafy.
like feminist talk.
Or actually, I think he got arrested a couple days ago, but he got out of
Maybe under
jail.
the label of men's rights activist, but for example, I'm probably the most
messed up.
traditionalist person here. I think we should be allies but maybe us being allies in a patriarchy wouldn't be so bad. You know, us going back to the
Lol.
past wouldn't be so bad. It would probably be a lot happier if we were, you know,
Patriarchy.
getting married and staying married and having kids and, you know, going to church and all that, la-di-da-di-da.
While speaking to the three of you, I feel like you're each coming from different perspectives. So it's hard to, you know, again, just like our perspectives, it's hard to generalize. So to me, I feel like there are certain things
The incel and the
even though
yellow
we're
jacket kind of
not
went
really
crazy. I'm
agreeing
not gonna
on
lie.
it, where things may get lost in translation, our verbiage may not
The Dr.
be
Cringe channel
100%
representative.
correct, that we could at least agree on.
Can I ask one question?
No.
What would you envision would be the ideal man with the end goal of feminism as far as educating men or working to dismantle whatever patriarchy is? Like, what does that man look like?
I should probably get like a. I should probably moderate my chat more.
Children,
Dudes are spamming.
as well as girls, because we're also taught,
I don't know, like,
because of toxic masculinity.
when I stream next, I'm going to
I think
fix
that
a
we
lot
just need
of
to
like
hold
kinks
men
and shit.
accountable in order to
It's gonna be a
kinda
better
make
stream,
progress.
definitely.
We need help from people that will listen.
Yeah, Charlie Monkey's going
Because,
crazy, bro.
Let's be real, when we express our
Yeah, I
concerns,
can't
a lot
stop
of men
that, man.
refuse to listen, but they would be more likely to listen to another man.
Do you also feel like you have an ethical obligation to challenge other women or other feminists when, for example, they deny that men face discrimination?
When it comes to things like, oh, men can't be abused. I've had this conversation with another woman, and it's the idea that just because a man may be physically stronger than us, does that mean they cannot be abused? And because of that, again, fairness, women need to be held accountable.
Well, they could be
as
emotionally
well.
abused, I guess.
I want to understand their viewpoint. As a woman and a woman of color, I
Woman of color.
know how it feels to be disenfranchised. So I want to understand why
I should
they
probably get like a
feel
moderator
the
or something in this chat. I kind of like the idea of having a non-moderated chat though, because I kind of like the chaos, I like the anarchy, but at the same time, it's like just one dude just like spamming. I don't know. I kind of want one, but I also kind of don't want one. So I don't know. I'll probably have a moderator or just moderate the chat myself next time. I don't know. Yeah, Charlie
I don't think
Monkey
there's
is
ever
in
a time
like retard
in
school,
my life where
short
a person
bus,
says they're
looking
hurting and I don't
MF.
at least try to listen or understand. My only thing is that I want the same in return. So when I'm genuinely saying I'm hurting or I've been through something, and it's not just a personal experience because I actively do this work and surround myself.
No, I don't like racist jokes. Racist jokes are deeply unsettling, and I'm very sensitive to them. If you make a racist joke towards me, like, I'll probably kill you. Okay? Like, that's just so messed up. You know, black people had to go with, like, a bunch... They were enslaved, bro. Like, they had to do Jim Crow, slavery, segregation. I mean, like, it's just, like, and you joking about that is just, like, it deeply unsettles me. It triggers me to my core. So if you make a racist joke, I might just go insane. I might just go on I might just go postal.
With women saying I've been hurt by a man before. I get that you have stories, but I mean, that's actually my question. I haven't heard y'all stories. Like, I've sat up here and said I have 3 on the top of my head. I have about 30 plus probably. And I haven't heard y'all say, this is what happened to me.
I don't think that I'll ever invalidate a woman's feelings when she says, hey, I've been abused or whatnot. I don't think any of us here are rightfully saying that. But I think what's dangerous is when emotional testimony that may not always be what it is gets...
Yeah, sometimes women lie. That's true. Like, you know, they, like, misinterpret situations. They, like, somebody, like, stares at them. Like, I think I remember seeing this bitch on Twitter who was, like, complaining and melting down because she thought dudes were, like, staring at her in the gym. It's like, dude, like they're just working out. Like, there's mirrors everywhere, too. So it's kind of like, it's hard not to look at people, right? You know? So I feel like girls just, like, overhype shit. They, like, make shit up. But then again, a lot of other times they're telling the truth, so, you know, I feel like he's right.
You know, creates bias, right?
Okay, I feel empathy for women being lost, being misguided. Look.
Incel moment. My man, the Dr. Cringe representative.
Do you have any bit of empathy?
He didn't even say anything. He just completely, like, I bet he was about to say something crazy, and then he was like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe this is not the ideal forum to say this. And he just, like, stopped talking and let somebody else speak. He should have said it, man. It would have been content.
For anything we said up here?
Yes, I really do feel empathy for
Why was that so hard to say? Like for the stuff that we said, do you have any bit of empathy for the stories I said up here?
Yeah,
I just want to know.
I do.
Like
Yes.
I'm not even trying to be hostile. I just genuinely want to know.
Yeah, I just think that like a lot of the problems that
There was a time where the girl got triggered earlier. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, Pharaoh, but I don't know. I'm gonna make it so people are saying like they can't send links in chat. I'm gonna like try to enable that. Like there probably is a way to do it in settings. I just haven't fucked with that yet. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get everything figured out by next stream.
Are because society is not patriarchal. It's not traditional. It's we're gone. We're lost. We're in a fallen state, right?
There is a change of guard, not necessarily.
Dude, you are literally fat. Like, don't talk about fallen state when you're obese. You know, lose some weight and then talk about the fallen state. But like, you know, you can't talk about that and then like go to McDonald's like every day. You know.
Change of guard, but things are evolving. Things are changing, and I feel like a lot of men speak from a viewpoint almost of fear. A lot of men are having a hard time grasping that and feeling comfortable with it.
I do feel empathy for your personal experience, but I cannot sympathize with your ideological position because that ideological position is built on a fallacy.
I cannot sympathize with your ideological position.
Like that's
sounds like a super villain, bro.
For men as a class in this country. So I understand that you are here with us as kind of the good feminist.
I cannot sympathize with your ideological position.
I believe you, but I do not believe your movement, and I do not believe your ideology.
All right, we'll leave it at that. That's a wrap, guys.
Incel walking away.
I'm sweaty.
The incel is not gonna hug anybody because he's a loner.
Okay.
You are very articulate.
Oh, thank you.
So are you.
Yes, thank you.
Been a story for a long time.
Thanks for your time.
Okay. Wow, that was interesting. John, what?
I won't grow anymore because either Susan's blocking me or I'm just bad at YouTube. It's one of those two things. It's probably like a little bit of both, like 70% me being bad at YouTube and 30% Susan's probably shadow banning me to some extent. I'd be surprised if she wasn't. But I'm not gonna like say that and be like not taking any personal responsibility. I've definitely fucked up a lot. You know, I'm not a genius when it comes to the algorithm. So, you know, I'm gonna be honest about that. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're gonna call it now. Maybe I'll do longer streams in the future, but I just wanted to test that out. Watch a couple of Jubilee videos. I feel like it went pretty well. The first stream kind of collapsed. I'm not really sure why it ended, but you know, we've been going over an hour now, hour 30 minutes in total. So I think that's a good time to end it. So thank y'all for watching. You know, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already if you're new to the stream. Leave a like on it. And yeah, see you guys.